In the world of Star Wars lore, we are used to the heroes escaping by the skin of their teeth, but by the end of these two episodes, Darth Maul doesn't just escape, he actually wins. Not a victory on the battlefield, he's far too smart to think he got toe to toe with the Empire's fist and come out on top. But Maul wins with the future. This is the definitive transformation of Maul from a scavenger into the Shadow Lord. And today we are breaking down the brutal, genius ending of Maul Shadow Lord episodes 9 and 10. So grab your lightsabers because it's about to get dark. And as I said, this is your boy Stevie Hayes. This is Loreverse Breakdowns, our first video. And today we are covering the Maul Shadow Lord episodes 9 and 10 finale. So let's dive into this. So we open episode 9 with a version of Maul we rarely see, and it is the Negotiator. So Maul isn't fighting here. So he isn't screaming. He's bargaining with Dryden Voss. And this is a massive lore bridge for the fans of Solo, a Star Wars story, because we are seeing the foundation of Crimson Dawn being poured in real time. Voss represents the one thing Maul needs more than a lightsaber, and it's actually the influence. And Voss agrees to extract Maul from the Imperial lockdown on Janix, but the price is steep. And that price is that Maul has to help him seize control of the Syndicate. And this moment is critical because it shows Maul's evolution. He's moving beyond the Sith assassin mindset and becoming a crime lord. He's rebuilding his empire while the literal empire is knocking on his door. And so the atmosphere on Janix is pure Andor style dread. Curfew, surveillance, death troopers, and then the arrival of the Inquisitors Merrick and the terrifying 11th freaking brother, known as the Crow. And this isn't a search party. This is an execution squad. And so the action sequences that follow is obviously top tier Maul. We see him take down an Imperial Walker solo, no hesitation, just pure lethal precision. It's really a reminder for us that while Maul has gotten smarter, he hasn't lost an ounce of that primal violence that made him a legend on Naboo. Then we get the centerpiece, Maul alongside the Jedi survivors, Eeko-Dio Daki and Devon Izara against the Inquisitors. And this fight is layered with lore, right? You have Daki, who still clings to the Jedi code, and then you have Maul, who views the code as a leash. And Daki is fighting for justice. Maul, on the other hand, is fighting for a point, right? And so as they retreat towards the jungle, the casualties start mounting. Even Maul's spy bot is scrapped. And in the Loreverse mind, we all know that Maul doesn't do friendship. He does tools. And when those tools break, he doesn't mourn, he recalibrates. But the silence that follows the battle is the real killer. Because just as they think they've made it, the music stops, the mist thickens, and then a breathtaking moment happens. Darth Vader arrives. Let's stop right there. To all of the people that told me that Darth Vader wasn't going to show up in this episode, I told you guys and y'all thought I was lying. I am basking in the fact that Darth Vader appeared in this episode, and all of you guys are probably happy about it, but a lot of y'all thought I was crazy for saying that. Just wanted to put that out there. I called it. But there's no fanfare here, no presence, and instantly the stakes don't just rise, they vanish. Because against Vader, there is no winning. And then we get to episode 10, which is an exercise of really power scaling. It's designed to show the absolute gap between a former apprentice and a Dark Lord of the Sith. So we get Maul versus Vader here. And Vader is terrifying here because he's effortless. He fights Maul, Daki, and Devon with one hand. He's barely moving, and it's a statement from the showrunners. Maul is a shark, but Vader is the freaking ocean. And then what happens following that is the ultimate betrayal of Darth Maul. And this, as I said, is the most Maul moment in the series because at first it looks like he's saving Daki. It really looks like a redemption arc, but it's a setup. Maul force pushes Daki directly into Vader's red blade. And this matters because Maul isn't becoming a better person. He's becoming a better survivor. He sacrifices the Jedi past, which is Daki, to buy himself a Sith future. It's cold, it's calculated, and it's exactly why Maul is still alive while all the other Sith have died and fallen. And this is where the finale goes from good to lore-breakingly genius because Devon Izara witnesses her master's murder and Maul's betrayal, and she breaks. And Maul does manipulate her because Maul doesn't force her to the dark side. He does what Palpatine once did to him. He offers a choice. He hands her his red lightsaber, and in that moment, he isn't just surviving, he is recruiting her. And so now, fueled by pure, unfiltered revenge, Devon helps Maul bury the Inquisitors under the structure of the Titan. But they don't beat Vader, but they drop a building on him to buy 5 minutes of time. And that is really the only way in this time frame that you win against Darth Vader. He's legit OP. And the escape really does cost him everything. Rook Cass falls. Brander Lawson stays behind for a suicide mission. Everyone pays the price for Maul's freedom. And on board the ship with Dryden Voss, Devon makes it official. She accepts the dark side. And for the lore nerds out there, this is a massive wink toward the fan favorite Darth Talon. Whether she takes the name or not, the transformation is complete. The Jedi Devon is dead, and the Shadow is born. Now, this finale does prove to us that the Sith don't just destroy, they continue. You know what I'm saying? Because in this, we see multiple themes here. Number one, we see the theme of power versus survival. Vader has the power, but Maul has the survival instinct. We see legacy versus identity. Devon abandons her Jedi identity to forge something much darker. We also see the rise of the Crimson Dawn. We are seeing the exact moment Maul realizes that to rule the galaxy, he doesn't need a throne, he needs an underworld. And in the end, we see Maul's true victory because look, Maul did lose the duel. He lost his followers, but he gained an apprentice and a partner in Dryden Voss. He has a path forward into Solo and beyond. And so Maul Shadow Lord reminds us that the darkness of Star Wars isn't just about red sabers and lightning. It's about the will to endure when everything else is ash. You can kill the Jedi. You can rule the Empire. But as long as someone like Maul is breathing, the Shadow will always find a way to grow back. And the one tragic thing about Maul is no matter how much Maul wins, his entire existence is to always lose. Maul might have small wins. Maul might have small times where he cooks and when he is in when he thinks he's in the lead. But from a bigger picture standpoint, he loses every single time. But for some reason, and look, Maul knows that he's going to lose every time, it seems like. But Maul still tries his best to prevail overall. So I wonder what Darth Maul Shadow Lord season 2 is going to be, and kind of what her path and what the Devon's path is going to be, and how Darth Maul forges that. But what do you guys think of Devon's turn? You know, was Maul's betrayal of Daki the coldest move in the show? Or do you think that, you know, Devon's crash out was kind of warranted? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and make sure that you guys subscribe to this Loreverse breakdowns page for more deep dives into the galaxy far, far away and beyond. Stay legendary. Have a great day. Stay crispy. It's your boy, TV Hayes, and peace out.